Hey guys, I'm Aristotle. Welcome back to the channel. Or if you're new here, I'm so glad you found your way. Today, I'm taking you on a journey through one of the most iconic cities in the world, San Francisco. From crossing the legendary Golden Gate Bridge to discovering hidden gems tucked away in the city's neighborhoods, this vlog is packed with scenic views, helpful tips, and a few surprises along the way. Whether you're planning your own trip or just love to travel from your screen, you're in for something special. So grab a drink, sit back, and let's explore the magic of the city by the bay together. Let's go! We are starting our day with excitement and energy, ready to explore one of the most iconic landmarks in the world, the Golden Gate Bridge. As I approached the bridge, I could feel the excitement building. Stretching across the Golden Gate Strait, where the Pacific Ocean meets San Francisco Bay, the Golden Gate Bridge stood there like a masterpiece of human ambition and creativity. I learned that the bridge opened on May 27, 1937, and it's about 1.7 miles long. What amazed me the most was the main span between the two towers, an incredible 4,200 feet, making it the longest suspension bridge span in the world at the time it was built. Looking up at the towers, which rise 746 feet above the water, I felt so small and in awe of what people had achieved back then. As I walked closer, I knew I couldn't just stand there. I had to cross the bridge. So I began my walk across, step by step. The farther I went, the more incredible it felt. The breeze was strong, the views of the bay and the open Pacific stretched endlessly, and every few moments I stopped just to breathe it all in. Above me, the cables arched beautifully into the sky, and below, the water shimmered in the sunlight. It wasn't just a walk, it felt like a journey through history, through dreams made real by human hands. Crossing the Golden Gate Bridge wasn't just about getting to the other side, it was about experiencing the bridge, feeling the soul of San Francisco itself. After crossing, I wanted to experience the bridge from every possible angle, so I explored some of the best viewpoints nearby. First, I visited the Golden Gate Bridge rooftop view. From up there, I could see the bridge stretch across the water like a golden thread tying the land together. The city in the distance looked magical. Then, I made my way to Golden Gate Beach. Standing there with the soft sand beneath my feet and the bridge towering in the background, I felt completely at peace. The waves, the wind, and the majestic arches of the bridge made it feel like I was inside a painting. After that, I headed to the Golden Gate observation deck. This spot gave me a whole new perspective, almost like I could touch the bridge's steel cables. Watching the cars and bikes moving across from above reminded me how alive the bridge truly is. Finally, I stopped at the Golden Gate Bridge Vista Point South. This view was absolutely breathtaking. The entire bridge framed perfectly with the sparkling water beneath it and the green hills rising beyond. It was the perfect place to pause and reflect on everything I had experienced. Our next stop was the famous 7 Painted Ladies at Alamo Square Park in San Francisco. As I arrived, I saw these colorful Victorian houses standing proudly in a perfect row, with the skyline of downtown San Francisco rising beautifully behind them. Painted in soft, cheerful colors with intricate white trim, they looked like something straight out of a storybook. Standing there, with the sun lighting up the homes and the city stretching out behind them, I felt like I had stepped into a classic San Francisco postcard. It's no wonder these beautiful houses are often featured in movies and TV shows like Full House. The 7 Painted Ladies captured my heart, a perfect blend of history, beauty, and the timeless spirit of San Francisco. After exploring the Painted Ladies, I made my way to another beautiful landmark, the Palace of Fine Arts. The moment I arrived, it felt like stepping into a different world. Surrounded by a peaceful lagoon and towering Roman-style columns, the palace looked like something from ancient Greece or Rome. Originally built for the 1915 Panama Pacific International Exposition, it was designed to celebrate art, beauty, and innovation. Even today, it still feels like a place meant for dreams. I recommend arriving early in the morning for a more peaceful experience. The crowd is lighter, and you get to enjoy the serene reflections of the palace in the water without the hustle and bustle. The lighting around sunrise or sunset also makes for the perfect time to snap some photos as the columns and lagoon shimmer in the golden light. As I walked around the Grand Rotunda with its high domed ceiling and detailed carvings, I couldn't help but feel small yet inspired. Couples were posing for wedding photos, and artists quietly sketched the peaceful view. The beauty of this place truly invites you to slow down and take it all in. If you decide to visit, you can take your time walking around the entire lagoon for different photo angles. And while parking can be a little tricky, it's worth it to park a few blocks away and enjoy a leisurely walk to the palace. Best of all, visiting is free. Visiting the Palace of Fine Arts made me realize that San Francisco's beauty isn't just in its landmarks, it's in the way these places make you feel part of something timeless. As my San Francisco journey continued, I couldn't miss one of the city's most famous landmarks, Alcatraz Island. A short ferry ride took me across the sparkling waters of the San Francisco Bay, and as the island came into view, I was struck by its eerie yet fascinating presence. Alcatraz was once home to one of the most infamous prisons in the world, and standing there, I could almost feel the weight of its history. As I walked through the prison, the cold, hard stone walls and the cramped cells gave me a glimpse of the harsh life the prisoners endured. It was a stark contrast to the stunning views of the city and the Golden Gate Bridge from the island. The audio tour was incredibly engaging, guiding me through the history of the prison, the escape attempts, and the lives of some of its most notorious inmates, like Al Capone. One of the most powerful moments was standing in the solitary confinement cell, imagining what it must have been like to be isolated in such a small space with nothing but your thoughts. It was humbling to think about the many stories that have unfolded on this small island. Beyond the prison, Alcatraz also has a rich history as a military fort and later as a site for Native American protests in the 1960s. The island is home to stunning gardens, wildlife, and panoramic views, making it a perfect blend of history, nature, and stunning scenery. Visiting Alcatraz was not just about learning the dark history of the prison, it was about experiencing a place that has seen so much change, from a fortress to a federal prison to a symbol of resistance and renewal. It's a reminder of how history, no matter how grim, shapes the present. Tips for visiting Alcatraz. Book tickets early. Alcatraz tours are popular, so it's best to book your tickets well in advance. Check the ferry schedule. Be mindful of the ferry times, as the last ferry back to the city is in the late afternoon, and you don't want to miss it. One of the must-do experiences in San Francisco was riding the cable car. I started my adventure at the Powell and Market Station, which is one of the main stations in the city. To avoid the crowds, I made sure to get there early, a great tip for anyone planning to ride. As I hopped on, I felt like I was stepping into a piece of history. The cable car's classic design, with its wooden benches, brass fittings, and iconic turntable, instantly took me back in time. The sound of the bell ringing and the clanking of the cable added to the thrill of the ride. I made sure to ride in the front for the best views, and it didn't disappoint. The cable car took me up and down the city's famous hills, offering incredible views of the bay, Alcatraz Island, and the Golden Gate Bridge in the distance. I also got a great look at the Transamerica Pyramid standing tall in the city skyline. The ride was smoother than I expected, but I definitely felt the steep hills. San Francisco's slopes are steeper than they look, so be ready for a thrilling ride. The conductors ringing their bells added to the charm, and I could feel the city's unique rhythm. Let's move on to the hidden gem of San Francisco, Ina Coolbrith Park. Located in the Russian Hill neighborhood, this park is named after California's first poet laureate. Despite its small size, it offers stunning views of the Bay Bridge, Alcatraz, and the Transamerica Pyramid, making it a perfect spot to relax and enjoy the cityscape. The park features terraced gardens, stone pathways, and benches, creating a tranquil atmosphere. It's easily accessible with a short, steep climb from the Powell Mason cable car line. The park is a tribute to Ina Coolbrith, a key figure in San Francisco's literary history. Tips: visit early morning or late afternoon for the best experience. Our journey took us next to one of San Francisco's most famous landmarks, Lombard Street. Often called the crookedest street in the world, I couldn't wait to see it up close. Located in the Russian Hill neighborhood, the street's famous one-block section between Hyde and Leavenworth is packed with 8 sharp hairpin turns. I learned they were designed back in 1922 to make the steep 27% grade easier to navigate, bringing it down to about 16%. As I walked along the red brick road, I was amazed by the colorful flower beds lining the curves. The view from the top was breathtaking, offering a beautiful glimpse of the city and the bay. Getting there was easy. If you want, you can hop on the Powell Hyde cable car, which drops you right at the top. Tips: be respectful. It's still a neighborhood where people live. Let's move on to another hidden gem of San Francisco, Queen Wilhelmina Garden. Tucked in the northwest corner of Golden Gate Park, this peaceful spot felt like a secret escape from the city. The garden is famous for its vibrant tulip displays, especially in early spring. But this time, we didn't catch the tulips in bloom. Even without them, the garden was still beautiful, filled with colorful flowers and a calm, relaxing atmosphere. One of the highlights was seeing the historic Dutch windmill, built in 1902. Though it no longer works, it stands proudly, adding so much charm to the landscape. Tips for visiting: best time to see the tulips is mid-March to mid-April. I'm at Oakland, and I'm riding the ferry to San Francisco, a peaceful and scenic way to cross the bay. The ferry ride only costs around $5, and it's honestly one of the best deals for such an amazing experience. Instead of booking an expensive boat tour to see the Bay Bridge and the San Francisco skyline, just hopping on the public ferry saves you a lot of money while giving you the same stunning views. As the ferry pulled away from the dock, the cool breeze hit my face and the water sparkled under the sun. Soon, the Bay Bridge came into view, tall, graceful, and stretching across the water like a giant gateway to the city. The Bay Bridge might not be as famous as the Golden Gate, but seeing it from the water gave me a whole new appreciation for its scale and design. I could imagine how stunning it must be at night, glowing with the shimmering bay lights installation. As we got closer to San Francisco, the skyline slowly appeared, rising behind the bridge and welcoming us into the heart of the city. That ferry ride was calm, refreshing, and gave me one of the best views of the bay. Right now, I'm at the Japanese Tea Garden in San Francisco, nestled in the heart of Golden Gate Park. It's one of the city's most tranquil and beautiful spots, perfect for escaping the hustle and bustle. As I step inside, I'm greeted by lush greenery, koi-filled ponds, and stunning bonsai trees, everything carefully designed to evoke peace and harmony. My journey inside the garden feels like stepping into another world. I wander along winding paths, crossing curved bridges and passing pagodas, all while taking in the stone lanterns that line the way. The peaceful ambiance surrounds me, and I pause to admire the delicate plants, vibrant flowers, and the perfectly manicured landscapes that make every corner of this garden so inviting. One of the most serene spots is the Zen garden, where I can't help but feel a deep sense of calm as I take in the raked gravel, smooth stones, and minimalist beauty. It's a space designed for reflection, inviting me to slow down and appreciate the simplicity of nature. The Moon Bridge is another iconic feature, a beautiful arched bridge over a koi pond that's perfect for photos. The tea house offers a chance to sit and enjoy a traditional tea ceremony or simply relax with a cup of tea, surrounded by the calm beauty of the garden. Tips: it's especially beautiful during spring when the cherry blossoms are in full bloom. If you're looking for a quiet moment, visit early in the morning before the crowds arrive. Whether you're a nature lover, a photography enthusiast, or simply seeking a peaceful moment, the Japanese Tea Garden is a must-see in San Francisco. This wraps up my journey in San Francisco. If you enjoyed it, please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. See you on the next adventure.